So in my last video, I asked y'all to comment what you want to see me eat for the next video, today's video. And whatever the most liked comment was, I would eat that. And we have a winner at ZZZ-W090M. How about some marinated raw crab, aka kanjang kejang? It is one of those uniquely Korean delicacies that I'd love to see Ben try. Well, shout out to you. I don't love the idea of that. And I'll tell you why. I had one experience several years ago. I was down on my luck. I was crashing on the floor of my friend's apartment, and he had a roommate who was Korean, and he ordered this one night. And I was across that damn house, and I smelled this schniz from a mile away. And I was like, I hope you don't ask me if I want to try it, because I don't. The smell was so intense that it actually scared me. But I ordered it today because I'm gonna keep my word, and it's on its way. It should be here in a second. Kind of waiting for that doorbell to ring. Here it is. All right, we have it right here. It's, I don't detect any smells yet. This cost me 22 bucks, by the way. And right off the bat, we have some white rice, which is crucial for this dish. I don't really know anything about it. I've never had it, obviously, but I did a little bit of research. And here we have the raw soy sauce marinated crab. Let me show you what this is looking like. There you have it. Ooh. It's not smelling too bad, but it's not smelling too amazing either. Now, I did hear you have to use gloves to eat this properly because the smell lingers. But yeah, let me tell you a little bit about this food. So it's an ancient Korean food. No one really knows the exact origins, but it's been around for hundreds of years. And basically what you do is you make a marinade with soy sauce, water, rice wine, ginger, onion, garlic, and a bunch of other things. But those are the main components. You boil it, and then you let it cool completely. And then you put the crabs, which are specifically, preferably, female swimming blue crabs, up in this mix. And you let it just sit there in the fridge for up to like 3 to 5 days. Let me give you a little better look over here. So this appears to be one of those crabs. It does appear to be a female because you can see the orange row right there. They give you the whole dang outer shell, which that's a key component. We'll get into that later. And then it seems like they kind of quarter the legs. So we have kind of 4 pieces like that. And yeah. Anyway, you just let it sit there in the fridge for like 3 to 5 days. There's different techniques that you can use. Some people kind of marinate for a while, take it back out, then use the marinade, boil it again, let it cool again, put it back in, and repeat the process. I think it's kind of an optional step. I don't really know what this restaurant is doing. I don't know if that's a hair, a human hair, or some other. That's a human hair. Unless that's some kind of like crab. I'm a seafood noob, all right? So, yeah, this is just not my cup of tea. But yeah, this kind of scares me. Let me just throw this rice down real quick. One other thing I heard, in Korean they call this pap toduk, which means rice thief, because Korean people actually do love this, or a lot of people do, and it's so good that when you mix it with rice, it steals all the rice. I don't really know exactly what that means, but I think I kind of know what they're getting at. But yeah, that's kind of what we're working with, man. And the eating technique is Yeah, I still don't really know, but we're gonna experiment. Basically what I think is there's a good amount of meat in here. I don't really know about these claws and legs, but it's kind of difficult to get it out, and you don't really typically use a utensil to scoop it out. You kind of just go all in. You just go for it, kind of. I got the roe right here, and some other matter. Not really sure what that is. It kind of looks like uni in a way, but oh, yo, that looks weird, dude. There's some weird like design in this yellow part right here. It's off-putting. I'll just say that. But basically, yeah, kind of just, and then pull it out. You kind of eat the shell, or enclose your teeth around the shell, and then try to scoop everything out. So that's what I'm gonna do. I am stalling quite a bit, but let's go for it. ZZZ, what's wrong with you, man? What is wrong? What's your major malfunction, man? This is not an enjoyable experience so far. Let me tell you what, it's so damn salty. It is difficult to eat. It tastes like it's fresh out the sea. It's fiddly, it's just, I don't know what I'm eating. I just don't have no idea what I'm eating here. I'm like just eating a giant sea spider. I hate spiders. Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. But I'm always down to try new foods. Now I heard that you can also eat the claws, but the way that you do eat the claws is you just kind of like bite it, like chew on it, and then hope some meat comes out. So we have a little claw here. Dude, there's no way. There's no way that this. I don't think I can really do that. I mean, there is meat in there, but also a lot of shell. I mean, ever since that human hair was discovered, I knew this was gonna be a bit hairy, and you can literally see the hair on this crab, man. I don't know about this one. Like, I'll give this another shot. Another one of these. My wife doesn't like this either, so I can't really pawn it off on her. The rice actually helps quite a bit. But unfortunately, there's no way to just scoop it out and mix it with the rice, because, like I said, you're supposed to just eat it with your hands and teeth like this. The rice, from what I've heard, is more for this carapace right here. This is just, the juice is not worth the squeeze. Let me tell you that much right now. And I might be wasting food here, but you know, it's all right. I'm giving it a try. There's a lot of crabs out there, I feel like. This one seems like it might come out a little bit easier. The shell looks a little bit softer. Maybe what I'll do for this one is I'll just try to squeeze it out. Yeah, like that. That actually worked better than I thought. And since I'm already wearing these gloves and this video's already a mess, I'm just gonna eat this like some sushi or something. That's actually not too bad. That's actually not bad. If you can scoop it out and mix it with that rice. The rice really does add. Or maybe it just takes away from all the pure salty seawater flavor that you're getting and just adds a different component. But I can't say the flavor is all too tasty. It is subjective though. I'm not a big, ocean seafood type of guy, usually. But let's see what we can do with this. I'm gonna finish this off. It's not very much food for 22 bucks. I think what you're supposed to do, actually what I heard, is you put some rice in here. I don't have no idea how much. There's already a lot of just weird, gushy, mushy stuff in there. And then if you're a pro, you take some of this. Sesame oil, which I think will actually make things a lot better. Put that little bit in there. Oh, might be too much. Probably need a spoon for this part. I don't know if you're supposed to mix it. You probably are supposed to do a little bit. Yeah, that's going in. That's going in. This is wild. I actually thoroughly enjoyed that bite. With the sesame oil, I might have added more than most people would, but it kind of took over a lot. Not completely, I could still get some flavors of the whatever I was eating in there. But that was actually a really pleasant bite, surprisingly. Maybe I didn't get all of the gooey stuff in there. I know you can't see this too well, I apologize. I think this would just be too hard for me to eat if it was like up on a thing right here. Especially for the first time, I don't really know what I'm doing. Oh man. I like that. I like this a lot. I think the sesame oil is crucial for this part. It might have been crucial for the whole damn part, to be honest with you. I would, and this is just easier to eat for me with a fork or some type of utensil at least. My ears have this weird my ears are itching. I will tell you that. I don't know why. The insides of my ears, like my ear canals, are itching. Yeah, this part's way better. Here's what I'd say. If you're like a true seafood lover, especially like Asian style seafood, I think you might really like this if you can get past the fiddliness of eating it, especially the leg parts. But if you're not, then I would just say stay away. Just get away. But what makes me really happy is that I have heard about this dish. I've heard about it several times. Like I said, I've encountered it just that one time. I didn't taste it, I just smelled it. And I know this is like a very famous, popular, traditional dish. I'm really glad I got to try it. It definitely got better as I ate, especially this part. Thanks to the sesame oil again, like I said. But there's some like crevices and some nooks and crannies up in this. So yeah, I could see some people really loving this. Like I said, a lot of Korean people do. Obviously, my Korean or my audience doesn't have that many Korean people. Mostly Western. So if you're used to the Western, you know, taste buds, flavors, and you come across this in your path, you're just walking home from work and you see some like some One Punch Man type of schniz. Does that even make sense? If this crosses your path, I can't really second recommend it unless you're an adventurous foodie. Then I definitely would, because it was an experience for sure. I think I got most of the whatever was in that carapace out of there. And that's about it, man. It tastes like an undescribable flavor. I don't know what to compare it to. It doesn't really taste like I'm eating like crab meat. It tastes more like I'm eating gush. That's very salty, almost kind of like, what is it? Uni in a way. I guess there's a little bit of umami in there, but to me it's mostly just like I took a big bite out of like some coral that completely turned to mush, and I just ate it. That's pretty much my thoughts on it, but it did grow on me, especially this part when I put in the sesame oil. So I would recommend that. Actually, I would recommend that to anybody, but the legs not so much. And that's it. There you go. You know, ZZZ. Yeah, you got me. You got me there, man. But I appreciate it because I always like to try new food. So thank you, and thank you for watching, everybody. And I'll catch you in this video. Peace.